Kali, welcome back. We are still hanging out with Mutiaba Robert. This is My Journey Abroad. The show is powered and produced by Addict Films Limited.
Yeah, when he brought two. Then he said, "Nah, my man, there you are, man. You don't have to talk too much. She will like you anyway."
Oh, yeah. This is Bamako.
Yeah. So tomorrow I went back. After that, I went back that side because I thought I could get help that side.
Oh yeah,
because this one it can't help me, yeah. And that Bamako was also struggling somehow.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I saw maybe those people can be helpful because they are South Africans. I thought so.
Oh, yeah.
So when I went back there, I'd got now a permit to stay and work. Okay, I'm looking at. They say we shall work at the bakery. I said no. I've never worked under somebody. Sijja kola mu bakery. Nembaga neba guys mulaba. Najja kukola. Najja kunoonya. Kati ke nafunye ekipapula. Munoonyeza akafo konna wennyinza okukola ki? Okupaakinga. Ne bakanfunira. Kaliko ono omukyala dekeredi. Nenga kali mu kafa akamu ku businga obubi. Mu Johannesburg South. Baali bakaita Deriziki. Bo babeera mu Orange Farm. It's a little bit better. Akayumba kali temwali mu kintu kyonna mwali mu concrete. Ono bibayiwa bino enkokoto.
Njirawa.
Nga n'okutungirira tebaamala bulungi. Nga akaholo temuli na toilet. Toilet kaliwe ne basema toilet bumpi kavano na wano ne batekako ekibaawe bati byonna bibo biraba awo. You know, katapu kali wabweru. Kati ono gaibe mbanvaayo nampa bucket n'engula obuntuntu. Olwo nagula essimu info ky'okukozesa airtime oba kukubisa kaadi nagula buguzi essimu.
Olwo bazeeki.
Bananche bandagira abana we nali. Mukunoonya kajubi. Nagula essimu sente n'enzirinjako n'engende standard n'okudda. Ngenda okumala ebyo ne byonna n'okufuna akayumba ng'asigaza landi aga. Akasawo omusajja nangamba tugula akasawo ka cement wano nze nfune omanya omusenyu mungi South Africa. Nfune omusenyu nkuteremu neighbor nkuteremu kagunize ndi muzimi nkuteremu kanirwa at least. Enkwata landi aga. Olwo mugambi nti aze ndi musawo ne muganti nanga ne mugansi sina sente za kuwalaga ojja kumpa kuddagali akantu. Si performing bulungi mu ngeri yaffe.
Manya wasene eddagala.
Ne muganti ayiro ndina iriaga tezibu nnyo.
Ndio likola
ate mmanyi
bane katukomewe emboze ne tukyagiri mu nnyonnyo musajja wona tanse gabaddagala temanyi oba likola yefudde musawo ate benyini abantu abamuyamba ali mu kuba bintu byatategeera bulungi katukomewe temuvaawo tukyalina mwami Mutiaba Robert omwami ono yava mu ggwanga lino omwaka gwali gwa 97 actually yava wano n'agenda Suudi era nga bwe nabagambye alina keyekoleddewo naye yayita mu bingi katukomewo temuvaawo. This is My Journey Abroad. Kali, welcome back. We are still hanging out with Mutiaba Robert. This is My Journey Abroad. The show is powered and produced by Addict Films Limited. Make it a point to share this video. Subscribe to this channel and of course go ahead and check out the website addictfilms.com. I should remind you we have an agency for actors, actresses, cinematographers, screenwriters and every single person in film. Yes, we can promote your works. We can go ahead and try to find you gigs from auditions to auditions for adverts, auditions for TV shows, auditions for film and everything encompassing cinematography. We also do films ourselves. You can check out our latest productions. Shared Glass is one of them, of course. We did this for Maisha Magic. And of course, Mr. Mutiaba here was the producer. I was the screenwriter, and we had some incredible actors on set and some incredible cinematographers that were behind the cameras. And then, of course, we also do have one called Senyiga. Yeah, it's an incredible story. I should remind you, tuliku Common Lens Inn, chechifo chino chetulimu. Yes, it's a beautiful place. So good day. Bowewo obula tujagenderawo mpola mpola. Tujagenderawo mpola mpola. Mwami Mutiaba tuchanyumya. Ofunye eddagala lyowa banno wabula tolikakasa
ate nali ndimanyi
naye tekyakulobera genda mu maaso to prescribe all this stuff to people.
The man has to do what he has to do to survive,
There we go again, the survival story of a man in South Africa. This is my journey abroad. The Mutiaba Robert story. He's also called Katanyolika. Senga wakeddewo wandibadde okitegeera bulungi lwaki bamuyita Katanyolika omusajja nekituufu ye Tanyolika. Kale
kati omusajja ankolera awantu jjukira bampadde omwezi gumu nzire mu kilomita 130 kakati mwezi omusajja omulala olonsibayo omuto gw'enviiri oli omukyalo oli abannonda namusiba omuto gw'enviiri nanjagala nnyo owokubiri kati nensiba omutwe omulala ogwokubiri naguseera nnyo oba nali namula nali mbitegeera nze simanyi kati nawaba omusajja omulala nti bagambye otonda eddagala naye nenkola ki naye nga eddala balinzigiddeko eri bagamba leeta tujja kuwa sente tebampa eri gye twagenda okufuna ekipapula so nalinawo butonotono ate byakoze nze nabuuza teyadda nakudda kuŋŋamba whatever happened but it's to be my friend kati oyo bwe yampaako nesigala nga mubanja naye namugamba nyingi zaali nyingi mutufu nga
ne bwatandisa sudde zisigaddeyo keyali akuwaddeko mu kusooka
kati olwo nsonda sente ziddayo eri kati bwenjira nensiba omutwe gw'enviiri nengatako nezooli ogwe najjeeko oli omulala nenkola ki nenfuna eziddayo kati nga sisobola kuziryako
ate munnaye bwe zivaawo oba okyaddayo
era wali we nagambye nayo nali nsigaza landi ago 3 ganzigwako nagula emmere neggwawo nentuuka okubanga simanyi kigenda kuddako nzijukira lumu nali nga nnoonya nalinamu omugaati gwali gwa landi emu ne senti 5 nga nina landi egi nzijukira nga ntambula ngenda nnoonya 5 cents kuba ze muntu wemugwako tagifaako ninondayo cents 10 on the way to the shop nemba nga nnoonya cents aga tebawola ate teboogera luzungu gye nali eyo era nga mbuuza bali ku mulirwano mpozi kino omugaati baguyita batya nti isonga ngenda nkiyimba isonga nentukaali isonga akadi sente za isonga zikyakoze eki sikyaganya okuwera ntwene bukugaa nti wano webakubira ebisimu waliwo bikontene bakubirangako obusimu nga abantu basimba layini awo amasimu gasimanyi wabula bintu byalinga newano Uganda byaliwo ebyemutn nga abantu basimba layini kati nga basulawo bunusunusu nengenda awasooka nenfunawo senti saaga
30
nengenda ewokubiri nenfunawo senti 10 nenga ba 55 nengenda nengula omugaati ogwo nga nina okugulya kuba simanyi oguddako gye gunaava nga nina okugulya mpola kati nga ndyako piisi 2 ku ssaawa nga 6 siddamu kulya paka kiro nendyayo piisi meka 2 n'amazzi kati baketi yange eri gyojjukira nga yeeyoza ebintu ate mwenfuka ekiro era mwenaabira okitegeera kumakya nenjiwayo nenjoza nenjoza ebintu kati nga nyingira saawa 11 olwo mba nzigaddewo ndyawo sirina kipande kya saluuni kyokka nze ninze bakasitoma.
You were working on reputation.
Reputation, who knows me? Ganatuula nga n'okunyumya olunaku luziba nga toyogeddeyo kigambo na muntu. Basically nga ndi mukomera. Nagezaako okubira anko wange oli gwe ow'Ebush Bagarishi nga mutuufu ndaba tagatta.
Biwanvu.
Nga wakimye ekigwe wasoma ki nti amunene naze kuyiya. Nengamba ono sijja genda yeeyo. Eyo nja fiirayo. Kansigale mu haso zange. Omwezi ne gugwako. Kati omwezi we gwaggwako ne bangamba taxi za layisi. Kusinga basi ziri comfort pati zituka mbudde nenzi nali sikimanyi nga ne patika mu taxi nagenda nzina nenyize nti ninganga kanaka ni kilomita 10 jukira yo ekigituusa late esooka kutwala buli omu ku address temutwala mu paaka mutwala wansula wennyini ku address ye kati ab'emu tawuni be basembayo natuuka ssaawa nga 4:00 kyokka ipapula babiyita ku ssaawa 1:2 ez'okumakya ngenda okutuuka wali batandise okugaba babiyita gundi buli omu bamuddiza ekiki essaawa ezo bo bamaze nze naakatuuka nga nekyange kiki naga twakolectinze de ipapula munnange tebakyusa baga nti no ise no. Excuse me. Ningamba nkoze ntya ningambako omusomalia yali ayogera nabo naga nti you will come back on Monday. Lwali lwakuna ku Lwokutaano ntebakula ku bakadde I'll have to come back on Monday. I don't even have money nga nina zinzizaayo nga bwawulidde eri nze nasonda mu bali ababiri
mpulira omusomaali akugambye teri ssuubi
paka Monday nenfulumamu nensooka ntambula mpola paka ku paaka nenyimirira wali ekinankani ky'essimu enjala yali ennuma nasuze ndi bubi nali nakubye capati zange nazze nazo kati ningenda nenfuna ekyokunywa ku paaka awo tubonaako okunywa then nenyimirira awo ng'abawala bampitako banyirira okamala obongo bundi muganda babawala ningaga oli musirulene nabo ogenda kusula olyamu bala abawala you know so obongo bula nemuganda niyo kuyimirira ano obudde bugenda tugenda musaamusanvu ogenda kusula ebweru nno paka Monday. Now what you have got to do is to walk along this main street in Naliku Governor Mbeki Avenue. Walk along this street until you find anything to show any Ugandan. At least you might find one.
Yeah, they could come through for you.
You know? So, nentambula the other side, eriko Home Affairs, paka oluguudo lwaggwayo otandika okulinnya olulufuluma. Nensala.
Olwo ogumye tolinamu kutya kwonna. Security n'ebintu ebifaananako bwe.
Security ate bananzi bakindi mwavu. Ate ndi musajja, nobody rapes a man, you know? Yeah, and it's still day. So, nalaba akapande kaliko omusajja business ya Munnayuganda. Naye ate nfo ky'okuggyako ennamba oba obwongo bwagi butya nayingira mbu kunoonya kapande we kantwala saalabawo nenfulumayo nengenda bwe nti mwami yo yali Dani Bwete tukyalina Cape Town kati ni yali PE ebiseera ebyo netusala bwete nenkomawo kukusanga waliwo consultant baliwo Mitarama Magezi. It's okay. I entered inside, the guy was inside there. I don't know what he was doing. I just sat. I couldn't knock to say I'm here.
You just wanted to find a Ugandan?
Yeah, he was a Ugandan, but I didn't want to ask, to knock, you know, inside
there. Essentially.
Yeah. So the other guy came, it was called Kalonji. Kalonji came, then he said, he came whistling. Nemanyono Munnayuganda ono nenjira nemwekangabirizamu mu kutunula n'agamba omukulu aliwa nemuga nti gyali eyo tunamulaba nti nade sina kye mugamba kwatera kyogamba okola kiwantu nemugandi n'ebizibu namulinzi bw'anaavayo mubuulire ku bizibu byange n'amuyita. The guy came out, he was soft and cool, then we had a chat. Nti gwe bannange dererere Home Affairs ne banga nti bya Monday olina kuyiya paka Monday
kumagugumira woli
ne waba Dani najja oli gwe nalabye eri aka business najja ne bali ne bakba olwali wabawo ne gayo mulala ajja kati nga tanajja ne muga nti munaye mbadde nsaba bw'oba olina oyinza okunsibira oba mukatooyo oba luddawa gojja kunzijjamu ku Monday fune we naasula wanti omuganti muntwale ewammwe. You know, they don't know me. Teyanfaako nnyo teyakifaako ntitutongera nitukola ki netunyumya emboozi ne banyumya nange bwe mbuukiramu here and there. Kati another guy came bambi, sorry I don't remember his name, and he died of accident. The guy came and said negwe nkumanyi. After talking a while, negwe nkumanyi. Tommanyi nga gwe wandabawa. Gwe nkumanyi. Nanga toyinza kubanga omanyi senga mbadde ne sente mbadde nkusiba. Nanga nti tetwazannyako omupiira naawe wa diniya, twazannyanga naawe omupiira wa diniya ku muzikiti mu Ndeeba naawe. Niga kituufu twaguzannyanga naguzannyirako. Nkumanyize nkugambye kola mantha nti obedde oli musiraamu. Nemugamba nti
ofuuse musiraamu.
Nali musiraamu naye lwakuba nti erinnya lya Robert lyagaana okukyuka. Nanga nti nga watugambye go Robert. Nemugamba nze Abubeka natula shahadu wali ku Rayati Makindye mu 1991. Nanga okay no tujja kugenda osule ewaffe.
Obusiraamu bwe bukutaasiza.
Awo tujja kugenda osule ewaffe kiyabwedda simanyi na kumanya. Emboozi neeyongera neetambula bulungi. Kati Dani nangulira baga nendya ku baga nange I enjoyed the burger, man.
Didn't matter whether it was delicious or not. Yeah. You were a hungry man.
Yeah. So then we went to their home, and then the lady was disappointed by her hairdresser. She didn't turn up to do her hair.
Okay.
The Mageze's wife.
Yeah.
So I said, no, I can do your hair. She said, what the hell, man? Don't joke around. You've been talking too much here, man. I said, no, I don't talk too much, man. I can do the hair. I said, okay. I said, you just buy your hairpiece, then make a space, then we shall do the hair. I said, no, I'm not even busy at my work. We shall go there and I take you through our business working here while you're doing my hair. So we went there. I did the hair very beautifully. She liked it. And then they said, no, we shall give you some pamphlets to advertise here. You have to advertise your business. You need pamphlets. And then they got me 2 boxes. They promised to give me some transport back, you know. And then, but the lady gave me 2 weeks on Monday. There's no way I could go back 1,000-something kilometers.
No.
Then I said, no, in these 2 weeks, I can go to those people, Bamaka and Kajubi. 300 kilometers, because you could hike for free or have small money. Yeah. So I went there. The guys told me, no, man, you can't stay here. The other guy was called Joga. He died, man. He died a very bad death somewhere. Joga. He first of all said, you're not a Muslim, man. I said, no, I am, man. Okay. Kale soma surat al-Fatiha tulabi. Ujisoma nkogo atano. Nenjisoma ogwo nagompa nengwezibika. Bamako naye alina budiru bwe yakola onampa ye 10 nekiwera sigula mmere. Kati wali omuvubuka amuyita mwirabidde bannange. Gayo yamugamba nti Kizito nangamba nti negwe gye wabaddeeyo wasobodde okunyangalazayo akasente nga tebamukumanyi nakumanya n'osiba n'enviiri n'ofuna sente n'otunda n'eddagala lotamanyi bikola waliyo sente naawe ddayo. Joga had made a salon and is telling me, no, this is East London, man. Joga was living a good life, man. He was driving Jetta. Man. Now he's telling me, you can stay with me and we can do some business. I can give you a big salon, I'm busy making a salon and stuff.
And you can work there.
I said, no, man. The other guy's telling me, there's money there. This one want me to work for him. No, let me go and find my way.
So you passed on the chance to work for Joga?
Yeah, Joga had a car, he's eating Nando's, KFC and all that stuff.
Why didn't you trust him?
I thought that if I saw the freedom in making money on my own. Yes, there's risk, but then I can make it.
Okay.
You know? So I said, let me go and struggle, I'll make it. Because this guy has told me, there's money down there, you can go back.
So you trusted Chizito's word?
Yeah. So eventually I went back to PE, they stamped for me 1 month. I said, okay, this 1 month I can gamble. I'd got some money from these guys and I'd left 150 rands that side for backup.
Oh yeah.
Now with I had I think 300 with me. So that's for my transport back.
Oh yeah.
Because these guys are offering my transport. Oh, yeah. So I had around 450. Okay?
Not too bad.
Not so bad. The 300 and the 150, 150 that I got that side up, and then 150 which was for my transport, okay? And then I had the 150 over there. So I was owing 2 months for rent. That was 150. So then I had to give the guy 300.
Oh yeah.
Right? So I left with 150. So I took my train back, then I gave the 300. Yeah. In that 1 month, the way I was determined, because they had told me what to do, I bought a car.
Wow. Oh, that is getting so fast for me. Like somebody who comes, from wherever you came from in that situation, you get back to PE. It was PE?
Yeah, PE, yes.
Then you get back to PE
with
$150 essentially.
No, 150 rands.
150 rands actually.
Yeah.
And you have to buy a car.
Yeah.
Where is the magic there?
When I gave, because that was a virgin place.
Okay.
Remember, it was a remote area. People to go to Frenach is too far, Johannesburg is too far. Orange Farm is also a little bit far, but it's not so busy.
Oh, yeah?
So when I gave my pamphlets, I saw a line of people. Wow. A line of people coming to do hair.
And these were South Africans.
South Africans, Ugandans. Of course, and they were paying, and they were like,
good
wow,
money.
A foreigner is doing hair and he's a man,
That in itself was quite interesting.
And then I had a Tanzanian lady there, and I had then it was, but the car, I didn't go to the shop. I went to a scrapyard. Bamako took me to a scrapyard, and then because that's the cars were just cheap because the South Africans didn't know that you can buy a car and refix it.
No.
So in that 1 month, I called my uncle and started telling him, you know what, uncle, I bought a car, but it still short some small money. He said, I don't have money. I said, no, I'm not phoning you to ask for money. I was telling you that Ugandans helped me to make a salon here, and I'm somewhere, just to show him that I can make it. So I made some business. Then the way I was praying to God to keep my car, I was saying, thank you, Lord, that I still have this car. So in 2 months, I was hijacked. And then I was given some injection of cocaine. I don't know what it was called, P2, what they described it. And then I went into coma, to the bush.
Wow.
The flying squad saw a dead body.
Wow.
Then they saw a dead body. They're like, okay, ambulance, please come check out. There's a dead body somewhere here.
Take this idiot to the mortuary.
Yeah. Then when they reached, then I said maybe the impulses were still. They took me to hospital. I was in coma for 4 days, 5, I think. It was Tuesday. I woke up on Saturday.
It's a shame that this kind of thing happens in South Africa a lot. It's down to jealousy, is it? No.
These are guys who want to have a living. He comes to rob somebody that he don't know. That was hijacked, They can jack anyone, So I was a right guy in the wrong place at the right time for them.
It's interesting that you mention it like that, because I don't know. It's like you understand where these guys come from.
I do understand.
What they do.
Did you see this movie called Tsotsi?
Yeah, Tsotsi, yeah.
Yeah, these guys were robbers, but they were not actually thieves. But they were stealing because they had to survive.
No, they are robbers. No.
At the end of the day, they were the winners, because we started sympathizing with them, because there was a child in that car.
Yeah.
And they looked after the child, and it was an award winner.
Anyway, the things we do to survive, you can put all these tests to it, but it's it's a sad thing what happened to you.
Yeah, but anyway.
So you survived that?
I survived it. Luckily, you don't have to pay in South Africa, so I didn't pay anything. I went out, and the robbers left me transport money, 20 rand.
They were that kind?
I say, sometimes they can do what they do because they don't have a choice sometimes.
Wow.
So
how long did you spend?
Even my permit was in there. My permit of temporary permit was still there. They would have thrown it away,
Oh yeah.
So they took the money that I had in me. Okay, anyway. After that, I went back. Then I was struggling because I had 2 shops now, and to make it one shop, it could take you almost half a day. But it's from here up to maybe Zana. No, not Zana. Maybe Rueza.
Yeah, actually, we're talking about like 7 kilometers.
Something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But transport is so difficult that in that place, if it's not early morning, you can't get a taxi, get full.
Oh.
And when you reach the train station, okay, then it will take forever to come also.
Oh, yeah.
So it will take you virtually half a day. When you reach there, the client is gone.
Okay, so just to take you back a little bit, mu kiseera kino ng'oli mu buzibu obwo already kati olina abakozi abakola mu zino businesses ebbiri.
Naye kati nga abantu baagala saloon baagala ggwe. Baagala ggwe abasinga babamanyi ggwe. Kati you had to make it here and there. So it became difficult. Then ate saloon yange mu ne bagyokya. Somebody came ne bagyokya. I don't know, I didn't have any conflict with nobody, but it was just banned. You know? So time when ndabe bizibu bijja bingi ate ndagala ogula emmotoka endala ku mukwano gwange oli omwami bali ababeekeri abana abalala omukyalo omunene baawe kati nayagala ogibagulako kumbe emmotoka ya maama we ate taŋŋambye ngigulidde engine bikimpeddemu ate emmotoka baganya ogimpa. You know? Ate ndabange ebizibu bizze bingi bingi nga ne maani olaba kangendeko e Uganda nfune ku mpewo.
Olwo akasente okalina akadde Kampala.
Kasente nakayiyayiyawo nekali kujjukira mu business kali kakyakola. Nennamu ndowooza nagulayo ku ngoye nenfisamu ne $1 ndowooza bazalinga 4-5. I came back here. Bwe najja ne buyimbaataazi. Ne mbutundirawo olunaku lumu. Neŋŋamba kino kikola ntandise nno business nenzirayo nenfuna visa nenzirayo nendeeta obulala. Osegedde munange nankuba bamuyita Simon bonna nabukuba. Nenzirayo ate eri South Africa. It took me 2 years to get back. Bamako yantasa nanga jangu ne Cape Town onagende Free State nenkola edduuka ne wayitawo emyezi eki. Actually jali myezi 3 natundayo $1,000. Natundayo $1,000. Nengola obwongo bungambe nakulambo nabo ne Uganda munanga nzibye sibitegeera ninga kakati kanzire eri nfule waffe.
Uganda ojesonye.
Njesonyewe. Yani ngenda ne nwana nnyo bayite bagaba account. I got an account. It was a struggle. Kitegedde nine njifuna ningamba kati kiddako kunoonya butuuze. Kati nengende bemako edduuka liri Gambia natundira akasinda katono nakera ku macha nenkwata ekisumuzo njiteka mu kamoli sajja mu kintu nengenda
embewo zino yonna ogyogedde naye sinabakuwulira mu muntu atatufaana naffe.
Se byali bya struggle olwo nali nfunye mu family y'abali naye omuntu oyo benamuga twewase njagala okugezaako nefuna kibitambula bangamba bwewase obifuna ID nangamba oyagala kumpasa ofune ebitambula ningamba ono ajja kumbonyabonya nembivaako gamba ngoli up and down. I mean obwongo bwali nnyo kunanka.
So ensonga ezibasooka n'ozissa
nga siziriiko nnyo oli bwagwa mu panchi yange nga mukuba nenga sigambo nti I mean I got a girlfriend or a steady life because I was looking for money.
Okay, so you return and you've sold off some of your enterprises. How do you move on from that?
From there I went to Bamako tells me here in Cape Town you can make it. I went to Cape Town. We started a shop. Struggled to get that capital. We started the shop.
It was a partnership with him?
Yes, but then I didn't get any money from there. Actually, I was staying in the apartment where I was sharing with some 2 girls, and the girls wanted the man, and the man didn't want them, and then it was a problem until they had to chase me out of that place. And Bamako couldn't say, man, you leave my friend,
No.
So until the chairman took me, gave me to a girl called Damali, and then Namairira. That lady, she's the one who turned around my life. She was having a business, but she was not so much clever in that business. So I helped her, she helped me, we made money.
What kind of business was that?
When merchandise, of course. Yeah. But she couldn't know how to speak the language. And she don't know how to make quick decisions.
Okay.
You understand? So I made sure that I bring that impact. She had a man called Ukenya. So we made money really, and then I got my car, and then I had decided now when I get standing up, because I'd made it that I don't want to go back to Uganda. So
and of course you had learned your lesson.
Then I entered into the Senegalese society. I started going to them, talking to them, making friends with them, invest my time with them, and they do nonsense, but I had to endure that so that they can trust me. And then they taught me how to go overseas to bring stock to South Africa in business. And then that's when my first big clothing shop was born. But before that, we had made a deal with the one guy. The guy wanted doors, and I told him, no, we can get those doors from China.
Okay.
The guy gave us a deal to supply the doors.
You know,
I worked with these Senegalese to bring the doors. Then we shared the money. We got virtually around 600 million.
In Ugandan money?
In Ugandan money at that time. So we shared with the Ali Sekamate and me. I got my 300 something million, you know.
You know, I'm getting to think, you know, you're from the saloon. This is a man who was once a musician. And then now you're telling people what to do in buying doors.
Because this Senegalese was a trader, of course.
Okay.
When I told him the guy is doing this and that, I said, no man, you talk to him.
Oh.
You understand? So we talked to him. We got more than that because now I got 300 million, and then I remember the Senegalese also got his cut. Ali got his cut. You understand?
So it was quite a lot.
It was because those guys, when they give you a contract, can be like 10,000 houses.
Oh.
So if you're going to supply something in tens of thousands or in multiple thousands, you get the money.
Oh,
you understand?
You will.
So the guy saved money, we got our money, and then that's when I got my bigger shop now in Claremont. But I came back to Uganda to buy a house. I'd left some small money for a bigger shop, which couldn't work. So Kasuja taught me a good lesson. He robbed my money, I didn't buy the house.
The very fellow that you had trusted with your life.
But to me, I forgave him because I paid for the school fees, man.
He told you everything that you know. By the way, I must applaud the young lady who Damali.
Yeah.
I had a chance of meeting her. You know, when we had this, we had this event here where all these people came through that, share in his experience, and she came forth an amazing young lady.
Yeah.
And I have to applaud her for having come through for you, and even you realizing that she too far.
Yeah.
So let's go on Kasuja because ate bichibyazanyi
kati naye Katonda yali ayogera Kasuja tabakonzi bako sente nandiguze ennyumba nenzigwamu nenzirayo nga sente ziri tezimala. So what happened is when they robbed me some of the money, it was I think it was $15,000 I think.
Wow.
And then with 7,000 rands.
Talking about over 90 million.
Yeah, because remember that time the rand was very strong.
It was.
And 300 million, you talk about 2004. It was a lot of money.
That's a lot.
You understand? So I took back some of the money. And that is the money that actually helped me to go and shop. The other man that I'd left before, it just helped me to get a shop and fix it to the standards. So I had to buy a house, I wouldn't have made a shop.
So your first establishment is more of a shop, it was in Claremont.
In Claremont, yeah. So it's a wonderful town, amazing town with people, the elite people, So that's when I started now evolving and understanding the world and knowing how money works and how people live humbly with big money and stuff like that. And that's the journey to common lands.
There is something very interesting. When I was, associating with people that have known you for a longer time than I have, there is a name that they call you nigger. Why do they call you something like that?
When I was doing music here, we tend to have stage names.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was called nigger here. Eventually, I tried to change it because the white man told me that it's not good the white man to call a black man nigger. It's okay for a black man to call a black man nigger, but not a white man.
No, it's not okay. It's just that's the way it is, but it's not okay. Yeah.
So then I say, okay. I changed it to Master Blaster because I was in Cape Town, but I was still trying to pursue the music because I wanted to make a brand. And to make a brand, I had to be having a microphone to talk to people.
Oh, yeah.
So I pursued. Then when I came here with Master Blaster, there was this teacher.
Yeah, I remember the young man. Actually, it's a sad thing. We lost him.
Yeah.
We lost him in a very, very.
So that one also flopped, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not going to be a musician.
But I just love your ingenuity. you've tried your hand at just about everything.
Yeah.
You thank God that somehow, you can look back at all those times and smile about it and think that, God just wanted you to get through all those things so that you can, find your way, eventually. We are going to get into the story of Common Lens. As you can imagine, it's a wonderful, wonderful story. How he got here and how he acquired this land and how he built this great hotel. But then again, how he got to know a few other things that he is doing, because this is just not the only endeavor that he's up to. He has so many other things that he does. You may just know that, you may want to know that he's also pretty good at building things, from scratch. We'll return after this for our very final segment. We're getting to know a lot more about Mutyaba Robert, an incredible person, but then again, one that inspires so many people because of his journey. One that he made in 1999. Yeah, 1999, but somehow came back to Uganda, with quite a story. This is a production done by Addict Films Limited. We are at Common Lens, beautiful place in Tebe Road. It's along that road, and of course, it is in a place called Bwebaja. Temukowa kusubscribing ku channel eno mugende maaso sharing in a video eno bwekibanga kisoboka genda maaso you leave a comment down there. We shall be honored to read from you. We shall want to know whether we are doing something right, or perhaps we are doing something that might be bettered. That in itself would be an honor in every sense of the word. We'll return after this. Don't you go anywhere. Yes, welcome back for our very final segment of today's edition of My Journey Abroad. We are telling the story of Mutyaba Robert, the proprietor of Common Lens Inn here in Bwebaja along Entebbe Road. Beautiful place this is. If you have a plan to make your girlfriend or your boyfriend or somebody that you love and care about, husband, wife, kids, you want to make them happy, you want to spend some quality time together, this is the perfect place to be. You can come and enjoy some great coffee, whilst also having some great, fantastic food. We do arrange parties, house parties, all kinds of engagements right here at Common Lens. If you want to make any bookings, please go ahead and check out the website commonlens.com. Like I said, this is an Addict Films production. I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, share this video, but then again, go ahead and check out our website, addictfilms.com. We have so many things going on, on that platform. If you're an actor, if you're a cinematographer, if at all you are in film, we have this incredible agency that will promote you, to places you have never known, in a world-class way, actually. We also do films, and you will get to see, some of them on Maisha Magic. You can go to, different other platforms where you will find our works. My name is Martin. Atuchaine mwami Mutyaba, and tubadde tutuuse ku kinyusi ekifo kino kye tulimu Common Lens. Olwo oyimiridde ng'omusajja after a very, very long hustle. The idea, the conception of having something like this, how do we get to it?
The idea was not essentially for about Common Lens.
Oh yeah.
The idea was about it was a media company, but before media company, in 2008, I had issues with the business. That I had to change the business here and there, clothing because the brands and all that stuff. So I went to hair business and stuff like that back because remember the hair was my business before.
Oh, yeah.
So I decided, okay, this. In that time, I was going to clubs and many entertainment places, take professional photos free, then upload them to my website, and people could go and download their pictures.
Okay.
Because with the phones and stuff, they couldn't get professional shots.
Oh yeah.
So it worked. The domain was strong. It worked that I could have around 400, 500 people to go on the website because there was a count that I could see. I've got some few in Germany, I got here and there, I got in Cape Town. They are on the website,
Okay.
I didn't know what I had that time because if I knew this would be a multi-million domain.
Oh yeah.
But then I came to Uganda thinking that the idea would work. But here in Uganda, people go with the people's wives and people's husbands.
Mm-hmm.
So they couldn't want to take their pictures and upload them to the website.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so it didn't work. But then I'd brought machinery for media, like gazettes.
Okay.
And we could do anything in Printerly, but the main was the gazette. If you don't want your shoes anymore, you could send it to us, then we could print, and then we supply the one somebody calls you and you sell your shoe. Okay?
Oh, so it was something like an online store?
But it was a hard copy.
Oh, it was a hard copy?
Yeah, so it was free, saturated. Even New Vision had to send guys here to survey what newspaper is that for free. You understand?
Okay, that was ingenious.
Yeah. So, but the people, first of all, the reading culture here is not so much.
No, it's not.
And secondly, the big corporations couldn't just trust me like that with their monies.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And then the decision makers could prove that we are doing and we are printing, we are fine, but they wanted a bribe before they get a business through. So we are getting these small shops and stuff, but the sustainability was lying in the government offices and the big corporations.
Big corporations, yes.
They wanted us to hang around for a while. But remember, in that time I was dealing with the people who were liars, dealing with people who were crooks, even the people that work with you.
Yeah, opportunists.
Yeah, so I didn't see life in that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Though it was in 1 month I'd made 18 million like cash in the account, profit. But then I didn't see it going because the team was rotten.
Oh, yeah.
So I woke up and said, I'm not going to do marketing anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So my late girlfriend, Bongi Weskosana, we were working together at the time, she said, I'm seeing a life here. I've been taken to the president's office. I've been taken to big offices and stuff like that because she was a South African. Of course, she could penetrate so easily. But then I said, I'm not seeing the future there. She said, are you crazy? I said, I'm not crazy, but that's what I see. Then it took me 2 months to convince her to go back to her country. She didn't want to go back.
She wanted to stay here.
Yeah, because she was seeing a life.
Oh, yeah.
You know. And then when we went back, I stayed with a big place, and I didn't want to go back to printer anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Now I didn't know what to do with it. But then when I sat down, I said, okay, we have people who do business, but how do we sustain these businesses? You have self-employed person who goes and work. If it doesn't work, doesn't get money. Got an employee whereby he relies on an employer to get money. We've got a big business where you rely on human resource to make money.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Which human resource was rotten?
Oh, yeah.
Then I said, I don't know, okay, there's investment. When you invest your money makes money for you. So if I decide to do anything, it should be an investment. Okay? That's when I came up with an idea of the hotel, because if I don't have power to clean the few rooms, I'll say, I've got 1 room left. The others are occupied.
Oh, yeah.
I can make it myself, or it can run with a few people with a little expertise. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So that's when I came up with the hotel. I had to change it up here and there. But remember when I was in South Africa, I was trying to engage in those short courses and stuff like that. Then I had to engage into engineering courses here and there to improve to myself. Because even in the business, I was taught by a Jewish guy called D.B. Gorota for 2 years to improve my ingenuity in business, you know. So I had a better way of handling things. And then when I came here, I had to change it and make use of this space to make it make sense. So that's how I eventually turned it into a hotel.
It's interesting because I am well aware that, you know, everything that is in and around this place, it was really your ingenuity that made it happen. You did the engineering and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a great lesson to people like me. You don't need to, you know, for as long as you pay attention to detail, for as long as you believe in yourself, you know, you can make you can make wine, from water.
Yes.
But because that essentially, when people come down here at Common Lens, they cannot know that this was not, a structure that had all these floors on it and stuff like that.
It wasn't even like, as you say, it was just a grand structure. It wasn't, but it makes sense when somebody comes and thinks that it was built in parts.
Oh yeah.
You
did mention, somebody that I knew, for a while, and I found her extremely special. Your late wife, Bongiwe. I am blessed to have shared some really special moments with her. I think you can say something about her.
If I can say, I can tell the whole book. But now, I can give testimony that she's the only person who taught me how to love. I had never experienced love. Since my childhood, nobody had really showed affection to show me what is real love. And I didn't even think that women deserve to be loved, because my stepmoms didn't really give me a good experience, But this woman loved me to the extent that if I was the one who got sick, I believe she would have died. I can't explain how much she loved me. I can't explain how I cried when she was going through the pain every day. I was crying like a baby. The first time I left her in the hospital that I have to go and sleep at home, I was crying. I was crying like a baby, man. So because she was so generous to me, so honest, so understanding, she shaped me to become a man that can reason and come back and apologize to a woman. Because I couldn't take, how can I apologize to a woman, But she could be so humble, and you feel sorry and say, man, I was wrong here.
Yeah.
So she was a very amazing woman. Though I wanted to take this dream along with her family, her children, but they decided not to work with me. So I did my part. I was there until the last time, until it became so weird. But until I knew I've done my job.
Well, folks, I can say this for sure. I share in, the testimony that he has, quite eloquently, spelled out, because, I had my moments with that, with her, with the late, and she and I became pretty close, in spite of the fact that we got to know each other a very short time when we were shooting something down here, our film Senyiga.
Yeah.
And, for me, what struck me, about her is, she was an extremely honest person. She told you everything the way it was. She never minced her words in any way. If I told you I had done something wrong, and she went ahead and told you that, what made what you have done, Judge Cyril. And she was so honest and so giving in way of advice.
Yeah.
She always told you that maybe you can look at it this way. She never held back from advising you, and for me, I'll always honor her for that. Such an amazing woman.
And everything I was doing here, I was doing for her. There's nothing that was done here not in her respect. I could ask for permission to do something, I could do it, and when she came, she saw the renovation that was done. Everything was supposed to be done perfectly for her. She's coming.
Oh yeah.
Even up to today, I've not gone over it. There's no single day that passed that I've not thought about her. Not even one day.
It's also, it's also very interesting. Anybody that comes to Common Lens, you will figure out that, every single establishment here, from rooms to kitchens to everything, it is named after, it has a South African connotation. The names at least have a South African connotation. From Stellenbosch to Claremont to, Saldanha, each one of these names, it does seem like deep down you honor this place called South Africa?
It's where I really got love. It's where I got some peace. It's where I got some capital. It's where I went to an office and presented what I'm supposed to present, and nobody gave in another question, because that's what it requires you to get whatever you want to get. Like here you can have a certain document, but still they're going to question you about that. You understand? You're going to still have to explain and think, am I going to go through? But it is a place, even up to today, when I land in Cape Town, I feel something special. I feel I'm home. You know? You're not worried about the taxman, because the taxman will do things appropriately the way it is supposed to be done. You know, where you have an exemption, you'll get it. When you don't have an exemption, they will understand. And when you submit, they don't say, no, according to me, this is what I want. I'm saying. But I've told you what has happened in my business.
Oh, yeah.
You understand? So the way things are done, it's really, to me, it's a life. And honestly, I can't say, the good thing I've got some citizenship there. I can't tell you that I'm going to invest any more money in Uganda, apart from Addict films and anything that's related to film and these common lanes, the rest, because the rate in return on investment is way higher.
You just mentioned Addict films, and that's another story that I share in. And you are the one that started this. To be honest, each one of us just came on board eventually.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it a little bit. Addict films. From where it started, to where it is right now, and where you project that it is going, and what's the story behind all of this? Let's take me through the whole idea that is Addict Films Limited.
First of all, it was not something that I thought is going to go very far. I wanted to advertise common lanes, because these bloggers and whatever, they were busy cheating me, I'm like, okay, you think you are so special? I can use talent to be in front of that TV, Then I went for interviews, but then they were interviewing me as a former artist.
Oh, yeah.
And that story was ending. I said, no, I have to look for an ending story.
Oh, yeah.
Then I said, okay, if I own a media company, I'll have a chance to speak on any TV that I want. I will have
any avenue,
You understand?
Yes.
So but I said, now what am I gonna do? Then I said, okay, let me write a series. I got a few guys. You are working on TV. We can work together. You are shooting music videos. We can work together. I went to Mr. Sentumbe. He was a writer that I knew that time. You understand? We can work together. So I wanted to build a team. So other guys didn't trust me. Sentumbe persisted. Okay. Then we wrote this story. It is very amazing, the living legacy, okay? And then when we went on, I saw that Mr. Sentumbe was not strong enough to take me there. It was good, but at least he lacked a few other things. Then I said, no, what if I get some other guys who have got talent, and at least we share the cake? That's when I landed to Isma Chirimoto, who was an amazing guy. I saw something in him. He saw something in me, then he came along with you, and then here we are. But now the good thing is we have also registered the Addict Films in South Africa, so now we can venture into countries. I believe it's going to be an endless dream, because now it's not about me anymore. It's about
a life of its own.
Yeah,
it does have a life of its own.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an amazing story that I'm first of all, I'm very grateful, for, putting your trust in me and in my ability and my skill set. Then, of course, on behalf of every single person that you've brought on board, from the actors to the cinematographers and everyone else, we truly, truly are extremely, extremely grateful. Not just for, bringing us on board, but even for the fact that you had the vision, and, for somebody like you to invest in, something so virgin in this part of the world. That, for me, I hold, to my heart, quite, dearly. We are about to end this, but, I can't. So what I would have was that all those years ago, 1997, the very first time that you see somebody, was it the two fellas?
The two guys who went,
They go, and then in 1999, you yourself, you know, get onto that plane. You know, you go through that hustle, you find money, but even more importantly, you find love. You know, you come back here, somebody that so many people can be proud of, so many people can, you know, use for some kind of inspiration. You know, when you look back, you think it was worth it.
I've got no regret about it. Actually, if it was not for Jimmy Semanda, I would not be coming back to Uganda. Because I bought my 2 plots in St. Helena's Bay. It's around the sea. And I was the only black person there. When the other guy robbed me, and when I came back, also David robbed me, and then I didn't have like laughs throughout my growing up. I said, no, let me make this side my home. So when Samada came to me and said, I want you to take me to China, we went on that plane. It was 13 hours to Hong Kong. He was telling me about how amazing is Uganda and all that stuff, good stuff there, and I'm getting so much in rent. I'm looking at him like, does this guy know who he's talking to? So when we came back, he went on to pursue the dream of bringing me back here. So then he said, no, there's a plot here near me, they're selling it or whatever. I didn't even have money, but by God's grace, a client came and gave me good business. Then I flew to here. Then like, let me just do it. So I don't have any regret on going to South Africa, and if anything, I can just go back.
Well, folks, that's what it is. It's a good thing, you know, when you're proud of your journey, you know. And you know, one thing I've taken away from, you know, this interview is, as Ugandans, we have to do better. We have to do better. And I'm not just speaking, you know, to, you know, people in our leadership. I'm not just speaking to, you know, people that have all this vast responsibility, but even, you know, we, you know, ordinary people as Ugandans, you know, we need to learn to work hard, but most importantly, we need to be honest the way we go about the things that we do, because, you know, as you can attest based on what he has said, when he goes to South Africa, it always feels like, you know, he's within, you know, comrades that, you know, are pretty honest, you know, in way of leadership and stuff like that. I can't thank you enough for, you know, hosting me. It's interesting because the one who is hosting me in this place, but even just being a part of this conversation, it has been very eye-opening, you know, for me as a person. And I'm hoping it has been as eye-opening to you as it has been to me. I continue to urge you to look out for the website addictfilms.com. There is so much information out there. We continue to say we shall serve you to the best of our abilities. This show seeks to inspire you all, you know, whilst telling the stories of people that have left this country and gone abroad. We seek to give you inspiration. We seek to, you know, provide you eye-opening ideas, you know, about what it's like, you know, living this country and going to places that you have never heard of, places that you do not know. And it's always useful kubanga decision nyingi ezikolebwa mu Kampala ennaku zino abaana bava ewaka otunze ettaka oba okoze kino oba okoze kiri n'osalawo okole ki ogende ebweru tomanyi what it takes. You know, everything is always not as easy as you think. It may be easy, you know, for you, but, you know, more often than not, it never is easy. Determination and managing your expectation, I've learned for a long time, is the most important thing. Kale, this place, mujja mukikyalire, kifo kirungi nnyo, kifo kisufu, Common Lens Inn Hotel, kiri bwe bajja. Bw'obanga olina munno, nze mbakakasa, bw'obanga olina munno ng'omwagala, ng'owulira you want to spend some quality time all by yourself, with her or with him or with them, this indeed is the perfect place. Great, fantastic food you will not find anywhere. Fantastic coffee. The rooms are spacious. They are incredible. And of course, we do have a fully fledged bar here. and of course so many other things that you will need if at all you want to have a good time. I'm going to urge you to take good care of yourself. Be very careful. Uganda today is not extremely safe, but if at all you work real hard and if at all you are very careful, you'll end up when you're surviving for a very long time. God bless you and have a good night.